Hello, it's Alex with Anchor Collectibles, and today we're doing something different. We're doing a commander deck from the bottom of the list on EDHREC, and today we're doing mono white with Ellyn, Harbreeze, Busybody, with a background of Flaming Fist. Ellyn is a 2/4 legendary human peasant for 3 generic mana and a white with a fallen ability. Tap Ellyn, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of tokens you created this turn. Put one of those into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And we get to choose a background. For this deck, it's Flaming Fist, which gives commander creatures you control double strike when they attack, but only until end of turn. So we are making tokens, food tokens specifically, with a lot of cards to make food and ways to use them so we can flood the board with enough to buff our creatures and eat to stay alive. The ramp in the deck is mostly artifacts, with a couple of the new ones in Hot Dog Cart and Bender's Waterskin. We have the Birth of Meletis to help get a plains in our hand as well as thin out our deck. It also makes a token, and we have a side quest, Catch a Fish, that can flip into a land. Card advantage, we have Survivor's Medkit and of Herbs and Stewed Rabbit, making a food, and a Halfling token, as well as some Recursion in Underworld Cookbook and Cleric class. And we have Alms Collector to slow down our opponents and give us a bit more card draw. We disrupt our opponents with Airbend's Reversal, which can be used to protect one of our creatures, Food Coma, and the classics Path to Exile and Swords to Plowshare. With our board wipes in Split Up, Vanquish the Horde, and Hour of Reckoning, as well as the Battle of Bywater that not only destroys creatures, it makes us food tokens. We built the deck around the tokens, food tokens to be more precise, with cards to generate food tokens like Fortifying Provisions, Crumb and Get It, Astrid Peth, Apothecary White, and Witch's Oven, to cards that benefit from food tokens, Astrid Peth and Sierra Nuka's Biggest Fan, to name a few. With all these tokens entering, we do have payoffs in Rosie Cotton, who can pump up our creatures, and same with East Farthing Farmer. And don't forget, we can eat the food to gain life, which will trigger the field-tested frying pan. Each food we eat will pump the equipped creature by +3/+3 each time. We can also use the food to pay for Apothecary White to make more tokens to help protect us while we build our pantry of delicious food. And with our commander's ability, we are able to go through our deck and get the cards that we need faster. Our path to victory is by getting a lot of food tokens on the battlefield and using them to power up our commander or any other creature on the field. With the Flaming Fist giving our commander double strike and a big enough power buff, we can one-shot a single opponent. All that glitters gives the creature +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control, and Michiko's Reign of Truth does the same. Machinist's Arsenal gives +2/+2 for each artifact, and Sierra pumping for each quest counter. By giving our commander Trample with Hero's Heirloom or Sword of Vengeance, our opponents won't be able to stop the Busybody from wreaking havoc. Let's hope our opponents don't have a Vandal Blast in hand. We don't have to use our commander though. With Guardlight Synergist, Runaway Trashpot, and Portrait of Michiko, we can just swing with 3 big creatures and slowly take down our opponent's defenses. And by giving them Trample, chump blocky is not an option. We do have a way to end the game if it runs too long. By having Cleric class on the field, at least at level 2, you equip Triskelion with Basilisk Collar, and you can infinitely remove a counter to deal 1 damage to any target and gaining life, triggering Cleric class, putting the counter back on Triskelion, ultimately removing all your opponent's creatures or your opponents themselves. That is the deck I like to call the Busybody, a commander and background combination that had 0 decks on EDHREC when I made this video, but now it shows 1 deck. I wonder which one that could be. Not the strongest deck for sure, but it was definitely fun to make. I took the food token route, but how would you build this Busybody? Go wide with tiny tokens? Let me know in the comments below. Our next video will be the mono blue commander combination with the least amount of decks on EDHREC. Either Izior, Waterwing Familiar, and Glaceon Powerstone Engineer, or Siani, Eye of the Storm, and Brinolin, the Moon Kraken. Subscribe to see which video we choose. Check out the description for a link to our other Commander Spotlight videos, as well as product overviews and openings. Best of luck with your pulls, best of luck with your games, and have a good one.